Hi, everybody. We're in the Gateway City, and the organ's pumping. The fans are dancing, ready to watch the Blues play tonight. Opening face-off is just seconds away. The Flyers take possession to get this one underway. Dumped over right onto the bench. That's a little awkward.
Real awkward, isn't it, James? You can see kind of the extra shoves happening there, saying, get out of here. You got to pick yourself up, and you got to make your way to your own bench. That's a tough one.
Lots of fly, and that one's turned away. And that caroms off one of his teammates in front.
Binnington's made a really nice save there, and that's important for his confidence considering he got blown out last game, James.
Sanheim's lugging the puck, and it's a quick pass to Drysdale. Here's a shot. Tremendous block on the play.
And the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
St. Louis has it in the defensive end. And that's knocked away. St. Louis looks to go on the attack. Moves it around along the half wall. And he makes the stop with the glove.
What a save. I mean, how quick you have to be able to get on that puck, James. Anytime it's in the low slot, you got to be on your toes, and that's exactly what he was to be able to make the save.
Good hit to poke him off the puck. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Picked up along the boards by Berggren. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Oh, absolutely hammers him.
Some players get into the game by physically engaging early. There's a fine line there, but that was executed perfectly.
Moves it quickly over to Berggren. The Blues gain control of the puck against the wall. Philadelphia's got control of it now from their own end. Thunderous collision on the play, and look at the bench set up.
James up, come on.
Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. And he passes it up ahead to Dorofeev. And now it's grabbed by Glendening. Scores! And that one going off the defender for an own goal.
James, how surprised do you think the goaltender is? He just spins around and tries to clear the puck, and he fires it past the tender.
The Flyers are on the board here, and they have the game's first goal in the back half of period number 1.
Well, you can really see that they bought into what the coach said pregame, James, about being patient, trying to capitalize on their opportunities, and they do it late in the opening frame.
Moves inside! Oh, he saved it! What a stop!
Well, that's desperation at its finest to be able to get to that puck and sending a clear message to his team that he's behind them. He's going to be the foundation tonight. Demko's all over that shot and makes an incredible save, getting to the top of his crease quickly because that shot, it came fast and in a hurry from the slot.
Sends it in on the attack. Philadelphia's got the puck along the boards. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. And now it's over to Marchenko. Takes a shot. Gets in front of it. Handles the puck at the point. Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Passes it over. Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here.
The goaltender, they have to have talent, they have to have mobility, they have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second shot, and that's exactly what happens here. Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
Here in the later stages of this period, 1-0 to score. Glendening's won the draw, and they'll look to set up. Nowhere for that shot to go through. Looks to get the puck over to Kyrou. I don't think anybody was hanging onto the puck after that hit. Textbook poke check by Thomas. They've got numbers here. The Flyers take possession in the defensive end. And there's the whistle icing the call. Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the faceoff. The Flyers win it in the defensive zone.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
Slides the puck over to Parayko. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. From center, they get into the attacking area. Sends the pass in front, and that's intercepted. Slides it diagonally to Thomas. The Blues take it from the side. And he takes the feed. Scores! And the scratching and clawing has paid off as we are back to even.
Well, we're back to evens, James. I really like their game. I mean, when you're pushing and you're trying to find a way to get ahead and on top, you have to trust the process. That's exactly what they've done, and they've been rewarded for it. Well, this is an incredibly intelligent shot, James. It's recognized that there's net front presence in front of the goaltender who's dropping to a butterfly to try and take away as much net as possible, and it finds its way through.
The Blues needed that one, and perfect timing here late in the first.
There's something about the beginning and the end of periods, right? There's a sense of urgency around them, and this team found a way in the dying minutes to get the score. Shifts are critical. They want to play with a ton of energy and keep their opponent guessing.
Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. And they've got the puck after that neutral zone face-off. All alone! Time ticking away, and he comes up big. And with that, the first period comes to an end. Both teams will have a chance to get a breather, and they'll be back on the ice with period number 2 in not too long.
If you want to show us your accuracy, register now for our Shoot to Win contest, where one lucky fan will shoot a puck from center ice to try and win an exciting prize.
Put your twos up because the second period's about to go down. Both teams seem to be recharged and play is underway here in period number 2. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
St. Louis has been in full control of this game so far after 20 minutes, James. They have the one-goal lead, and in particular around the net. They're not afraid to shoot. They've got that shot mentality. They need to continue that through the second.
Stars make it 3 in a row, and they're coming down.
Well, they certainly are. 3 in a row. They've got their opponents on their heels. It is a wave. You can feel it. The energy every single shift. They're getting it in.
Thomas takes possession after that center ice face-off. The Flyers look to start the transition game. Gaining momentum along the wing. Moves it to Sanheim. Great save by the goaltender to get a pad on that one. Keeping the puck out of the net. Here's a short pass to Kyrou. And makes the save. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play.
Thomas is having a lot of fun out there. Why wouldn't he be, James? I mean, he's putting up numbers left, right, and center on this point streak. But you know who's also having a lot of fun? His team. They're rallying around him. Looking forward to another one.
Denies him. He got all of it. York's moving the puck through his own zone. Steps into the offensive end. Slides the puck ahead to Svechkov. York's got it in the offensive zone. Comes up with the stop. Beatington's going to elect to slow things down a little and get the whistle.
Well, he has been really busy this period, James, but he's mentally focused, makes a nice save, and holds on for the whistle.
St. Louis isn't slowing down in this one. They continue to put a lot of pucks on net, and they lead it here in this second. The Blues have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Quick pass to Dean. The Blues are in transition. Puck is grabbed here at center ice by Berggren. Look at this down the right wing. They're on the attack. Things starting to get a little physical out there. We got a stoppage as the puck sails over the glass. Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. St. Louis has a 3-1 lead, and their fans who made it down for this one are loving it. And off the face-off, they take possession. Moves the puck to York. Here's a shot, and he's able to handle that one. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Centers get set as they're ready to drop the puck again. Philadelphia's won the draw inside the offensive zone. Now let's see what they can do with it. Couturier's won the draw here in the offensive zone. And he pounds that one over the cage.
Well, it certainly sounds great as it hits the glass, but it doesn't look great because it doesn't hit the net.
Drills him.
He's a power forward, and part of his game is delivering and executing hits. Well, he certainly did there.
Dishes it off. Levels him with the hit. Made that stop. Referee signals penalty coming up here with a delayed call. There's the whistle, and here's the call. The Blues don't like it, but they'll serve two in the penalty box.
That'll always be a call. If you extend your arms and cross-check, you're serving two.
Man advantage unit is set.
First power play opportunity of the game. You know they've worked on this in practice, the setup, the look that they want. Let's see how they move the puck around the perimeter and look to attack.
The Blues will try to shave a few seconds off this penalty now. They move the puck out of harm's way. Takes it behind the net. Can't connect. Good use of the body on that play. Slides it across. Big time stop there.
This is a great reactive save. I mean, he sees the puck at the last second and is able to get his body in front of it. That is tough, not easy to do. He found it and he made the save.
Schen's ready for the draws. They will continue to try to kill off this penalty. Moves the puck along the half wall. Oh, gets a pad on that one. What a stop by Binnington. And a successful clearing attempt. Andre's stick handling in his own zone. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Can they capitalize on this power play? Here comes the face-off. St. Louis wins the offensive zone draw, and they'll start with the puck. Grabbed along the boards by Thomas. Here's a blast! Stops him cold! Quick feed to Schenn. Oh, and another save! And that goes off the post and out!
The Blues get a little bit of bad luck right here as the puck goes off the post and out. The good part is they still have the lead.
Here's a shot! Oh, he got a piece of it to keep it out!
Binnington's faced a lot of shots tonight, James, and he's been dialed in and made the necessary saves, but his team's been excellent in front of him, generating some offense and a reason why they have a lead.
Good clearing attempt to breathe. The Flyers will get some fresh legs out on the ice on this man advantage here. Philadelphia's got it along the wall. Puck picked up by Dadonov. Comes up with a stop. Here's a chance to clear the puck from his own end. And they get the puck out of the zone, and that's a break for the squad.
Oh, yeah, this PK unit, they're out there for a reason, James. You have to be able to clear the puck, and it's easier said than done, but they make no mistake this time.
Philadelphia's gained possession along the boards. There's the whistle. We've got it offside. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. It's a 3-1 hockey game. Lots of offense already. Philadelphia's won it. The Flyers fail to capitalize on the power play.
That's a great power play unit, James, and they're not going to feel great as they head off to the bench and it gets killed without the score. But they can keep their heads held high as they had a lot of execution. They found ways to get scoring opportunities on net.
And the puck skips out of the zone. They'll be forced to tag up. The Flyers have it behind the cage. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Across the point. Oh, what reflexes to make that pad save. Getting into the later stages of this period, the Blues have been getting solid offensive contributions, leading 3-1. Dvorak's won the draw and they're on the attack. The Blues take the puck through the neutral zone. Gets the puck in deep. Philadelphia's got a hold of the puck now. Moves it quickly over to Drysdale. St. Louis has it in the offensive end. Scores! Click. There's the hat trick. His first of the season.
Wow, the puck's finding him. He's on it, he's in it, he's all around it, and he's finishing it, James. That's a great night for him.
The Blues are laying the smackdown on the opposition tonight as we near the intermission, but can't come soon enough at one end of the ice.
Well, yeah, you know that their opponent certainly wants it, an opportunity to reset and catch their breath. But for them, you know that they're going to go to that intermission. Now they're going to sit down, get out of rhythm. They don't want it disrupted, so you know that the leadership group's going to be talking about keeping the pedal to the metal.
Moves it to York. Looking for space along the blue line. York's taking the puck behind the net. Back to the point he goes. And he stops that cannon there. Wow.
For an athlete's having a type of game like this, you just say, get him the puck. And that's exactly what's happening tonight, because every time it's on his stick, he's finding a way to fill the net here, James. A Hattie so far in this game. He has been lethal when that puck is on his stick.
The Flyers take possession off the faceoff. Scores! Rips it off the pipe and into the net. Wow!
He almost needed a double take there, James. When you hear that sound, sometimes you think it's out, but this one goes in. Well, the goaltender heard the ping and was hoping that that puck redirected out of the net. Unfortunately, this time it goes in.
The Flyers have finally shown a counterattack, and let's see if they can build on this now.
One goal can change the psyche in a game. You can see them pressing as they head into the third period.
Puck is dropped, and we are back underway.
It can be tough when you're waiting on your first NHL goal, but he's in the O-zone right now, and he's looking for ways to get to the net.
Here's a short pass to Drysdale. And we'll get a face-off after the offside call. Puck possession so critical in today's game, and the official ready to drop the puck right here. Couturier's won the draw at center. Picked up along the wall by Drysdale. Quick shot! Dying seconds, and he makes the save. Well, there you go, 40 minutes in the books. All right, friends, go grab yourself some water, get hydrated, and then buckle up because we got an exciting third period coming up in moments.
Hey, kids, don't forget if you're a member of our rookie team, you'll have the opportunity to have a couple of our players sign autographs after the game.
Players are set, officials are set, third period action is coming up. All right, the puck is dropped on the third and final frame. Let's send it over to Cheryl Pounder and get her assessment of what she's seen so far tonight.
The Flyers are trailing in the game here, James, but there's 20 minutes of runway left, and they continue with like they did through the first 40 minutes, managing the puck, owning it in the offensive zone. They will cash in on their opportunities.
Slides the puck across. Sanheim's got it against the boards. Fires it. Oh, and he's dialed in tonight. What a save on that one. On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. Poked away by Drysdale. Taken along the wall by Marchenko. Moves it over to Glendening. Shot. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Bennington. Takes a big hit. Here they come on the rush. And that goes wide.
If you're in the slot, you got to hit the net.
Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Sealer's got it along the boards. With possession along the wall. And that doesn't reach the net. Quick pass to Fowler. Sends the pass over. St. Louis has the puck. Oh, look at this. Shot! Makes a save. Cool and calm under pressure. The Flyers move the puck in the defensive zone. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Makes the save. Passes over to Dean. Oh, great move to sidestep the chip. Fires it on net. Scores! And they're singing the Blues tonight in St. Louis. The Blues continue to attack the net here in period. Number 3 adding yet another goal to their score.
Well, it's been all areas of the game that have really been terrific tonight, James. I've also enjoyed the communication that we're seeing on the ice, not just the body language, but also the vocalness. I mean, they're creating all over the ice, and it's been real fun to watch.
Along the half wall with the puck. Scrum along the wall. The Flyers gain possession. And he coughs it up with the pass. Quick feed to Brewer. Feeds it over to Neighbors. Good use of the body to knock them off the puck. Andre's got it in the defensive end. Shot! Off a stick. Levels him with the hit. St. Louis plays the puck along the boards. Tries to tuck it in. Too many bodies in the way. Goes right to the crease. Oh, it stayed out. It stayed out. What a save.
Well, that's all Will, and this is going to elevate his team, no question about it, James. I mean, it was all but in, and then he comes from nowhere to make that save.
And Cheryl, listen to these fans here. They are getting loud. Some of them are getting on their feet here, still applauding that save we saw.
James, I think it's the appreciation for the desperation save, the compete, the will to keep that puck out of the net, and they're really showing him the love.
Binnington's going to opt for the whistle. I don't mind this call here in the third.
Neither do I. Listen, he has been so dialed in all night, James. He has been excellent, arguably their best player, and he's trying to preserve the lead here by holding on to this one to get the face-off.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Blues lead at 5-2. Back underway, and they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Blocked, although that might be a save.
Well, that is a save, James. I don't think the goaltender would have gotten to position in time, and he's able to take it away.
Oh, that just sounded painful.
The coach will be happy with the no-quit attitude with that late deliverance of a hit. But listen, they're down by a bunch of goals. It's a little too late.
He scores! There it is! His first of the season!
Listen, James, he's not going to get credited with a point here, but it all starts with him. I mean, you got to be physical in this game. You got to engage. That's exactly what he's known for, and he does it perfectly. He executes, he creates the turnover, and a goal results.
The Flyers haven't had a lot of things go their way tonight, but they finally got a positive here in the third.
They're going to have to outnumber their opponent if they want to claw back from this 2-goal deficit. They're running out of runway. They got to find a way to get some chances.
Shot! The Blues gain possession along the wall. And that's just out of reach. Looks like we got a penalty coming up here. Whistle blown, stopping the play. Sanheim's pick on the play has resulted in an interference penalty.
Well, you're going to get the interference call anytime you impede the forward movement of your opponent when they do not have the puck. You got to allow that to happen, otherwise you're going to the box.
They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. Along the right wing, they enter the attacking area. Good fight for the puck along the boards. The Blues gain the zone. It's a contact sport, people. There's proof right there. Moves it quickly over to Sealer. Nearing the final minute of the third. Right up Main Street and on the attack. Beats the puck over. Oh, great save. Streaking into the attacking zone from the right. Oh, he stopped that rocket. Angles it over to Bushnevich. And he lowers the boom there. Philadelphia's got it in their own zone. With some open space at center. From the right side and up the middle. St. Louis has it in their own zone. Scooped up along the wall by Parayko. And he can't hang on after that hit. Slides it over to Dvorak. Here's a chance. Takes that one right in the logo. Tries to get it to Neighbors. And the crowd's on their feet, saluting the team after a hard-fought effort this evening. And that's blocked in traffic. And that'll do it for ringside here. St. Louis has to be pleased with the result. They kind of look like two teams, though, Cheryl. All the offense at the start and then kind of more defending in the end.
Yeah, the last 40 minutes were more defensively structured, not generating a ton of offenses. It was almost as if it was like a high, hard off the glass and get the thing out. I know that very well. That was my game.
Well, that'll bring an end to an exciting night of hockey, and for all of us here at EA Sports, including Danny, Matt, Natalia, all in the truck, I'm James, she's Cheryl. Good night, everybody.